Good morning. For Saturday, the 5th of November. A beautiful morning. Blue skies, as you can see there. I've not seen blue skies like that now in a long time. Well, we have, but a day here and there, but we've had 3 dry days now, which has been amazing. We've definitely needed them. The ground here now, as you can see, is wet, and they have made a couple of holes, but they are going down slightly in here, but this area here tends to be that bit wet anyhow. But they'll only be here for 24 hours or 48 hours max. So the theme of this video here is basically, I've been here now a half an hour. I left them in and I've been watching the cows, and there was one cow that I thought wasn't just in great form, and that lady there. Now luckily enough now she's grand, but the importance of standing among their cows and watching them and getting to know them and knowing their personalities and knowing their humours and knowing if they look sick or if they look not just happy, to recognise them things early, because I don't like when a cow gets sick. They can get sick fairly quick, especially this time of year. You have a thing called tetany, and you don't want grass tetany. So they shouldn't be getting grass tetany here with me feeding them silage on top of that wet grass. But this lady here now, when I left her maul in, she was standing around and she wasn't grazing. The rest of them are grazing mad, but she was standing around and she wasn't, and I didn't understand why she wasn't. So I was slightly concerned about her for about 5 minutes, but then she started to graze. All of a sudden she just started to graze. So in my opinion she's grand. I don't have to worry, but I could have easily just left them in and ran away and not noticed. There could have been something wrong and it'd be too late. That tetany can take them very quick. So yeah, I like to stand in among them. So we've had beautiful weather now this couple of days. It might be over the worst of the rain, I don't know. But they're doing okay. This is the lad I had out for sale. 500 euros I was getting for that fella. He was weighing 275. Ridiculous. So I'm glad I brought him home again. There was calves not as good as him, making 480 below in Kilfenora, and they were weighing 175. So he was 100 kilos heavier, and he was making an extra 20 quid. Anyhow, it just wasn't my day. Just wasn't my day. Now, what else have I to say? This lady came bulling the other day, and the one I was watching, the black lady over here, still hasn't come just yet. She was out under the fence this morning, strangely enough, in the last paddock. So I must go back on my dates. I know there was a few days in between them. The first time they came bulling within a day of each other. And in fact, I think I can see slime in her tail there now. I do. Yeah. So she's going to come bulling now. Unless she was, and she was put out over the fence last night. But that's a good sign now. I'm glad there's slime in her tail. Yeah, so there you go. There's another reason why it's important to stand among your cattle and keep a good eye on them and watch them for a while. Pick up on things that you mightn't have picked up on the first time round. So they're on a hilly place here now at the side of a mountain. It's steep. So they'll be here for tonight. I'll feed them in the morning, and then in the evening I'll leave them into the lower side here. So that's my new regime, my new plan, and that will then get me 90 days. So I'll always have plenty of grass in front of me. Over across the way there now is our, what we called, for people that were following me this long time, is the experimental paddock. That was the real heavy infested rushy place. They'll be going in there now fairly soon now. They'll be coming down the back of that hedge there, and they'll work their way in there. It's a very wet place to get into. There's an old drain across here that's hard travelled, but the winch on the quad gets me out. So lucky enough now I can bring my silage. My silage comes up the road here and is left in the yard there. So it's the highest point of the farm, so it's all downhill with heavy loads, and I'm coming back up the hills empty. So it works out good for me that way, because this is like one mountain. The land tapers off both sides. So this is the highest point where they are now, and it just rolls off down all the way around in a kind of a circle. So that's the way this parcel of ground is shaped. So yeah, that is the news for now. Nothing else I can think of. So it's Saturday morning now. I'm going to go away home now and relax for the day. The 5th of November. So yeah. So for now we'll say good luck and goodbye.